This is a HeadGum podcast.
Oh, yeah. Welcome to A Funny Feeling Podcast. I'm Betsy Sidaro.
And I'm Marcy Jarrow. This is a podcast where comedians tell us their paranormal experiences, and we listen to yours as well.
Oh, yeah. And if you have one of these paranormal experiences that you want to share with us, please email it to us at funnyfeelingpod@gmail.com.
Now get cozy.
And prepare yourself to be scared silly.
This is a Funny Feeling podcast.
Are you ready?
Betsy, I'm ready.
Are you ready?
I am so ready.
So, Marcy, I'm going to tell you about Frankenstein's castle.
Oh.
Yes, Marcy.
Wait, is he real?
So, no, but yes, kind of.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, I know. You're like, it's the book.
It's a book.
Mary Shelley. But
fakery? Oh, I dropped our whole
how is
record.
everything sounding? Are we
I
still
think
doing
it's still
stuff?
great.
We still do it? We still recording?
I didn't break it.
It's
break it, I
good.
swear.
Are we still recording?
Yeah.
And everything's fine? Okay, so there is a castle in Germany that inspired Mary Shelley to write her book, which is a really rad book. You should read it. Everybody should. It's a cool book.
Have you ever heard of it?
Have you heard of it? Or just watched the movie? The 1930s one is very good. It's different from the book, but still very good. Whatever. So the castle is now ruins because it was old as shit. But it's there are ruins of the castle on the hilltop in the Odenwald mountain range overlooking Darmstadt.
You knocked them all out of the park, honestly.
Nailed it. It was built in the 13th century and was inhabited by various members of the Frankenstein family.
Oh, so
they're von Frankenstein, like there were Frankensteins.
Feels like if she were writing that today, she might have to change those names.
Yeah, just a little bit. And the Frankenstein family was around until the 1600s when the family died out in a mysterious, spooky way.
Oh.
I don't know. So the last heir to the castle was on his way to visit the love of his life, Anne Marie, when he was killed in a chariot accident.
Oh, no.
Yeah. It was kind of like the classic urban legend of like on the way to prom.
Yes, gotta
he
see
died
your
in
love.
a car accident.
Jilted.
So then she died of a broken heart and is believed to hang out around the castle, roaming about, hoping to connect with her man.
Oh, girl, move on.
Jilted lover, dude.
Move on, girl.
There it is.
MoveOn.org.
So then this dude named Conrad Dipple was born in the castle, which then, because they named the cat, like, the castle was something von Frankenstein. So they were like, it's the Frankenstein castle. So this dude was born, Conrad Dipple was born in the castle, and so took on Conrad von Frankenstein. So Conrad Dipple of the Frankenstein castle.
Got it.
Whew, this shit is tough.
Is that Katie Dipple's?
That's Katie Dipple's
father?
Yes, father. So, and this dude was the dude who inspired Mary Shelley because he was a scientist. He was an alchemist. He did it all. He created this thing called Dipple's oil, which was used up to as late as World War II. And it's this oil that makes well water undrinkable, but like without poisoning it. That's what it said, like without poisoning the water.
Is it just nasty tasting?
I guess so. And so it was like considered chemical warfare.
I mean, pee does the same thing, dude.
Yeah, just piss in it. You idiots. So, and he was a grave robber. Because he would steal bodies and do experiments on them, just like fucking Frankenstein, because he would try to reanimate the dead.
What a freak.
Isn't that wild?
I guess if you're like learning that you can do surgeries for the first time, you're like,
yeah, you're like, well, then why not?
Why don't we just keep
Why
people?
can't? And rumors from the town and like urban legends say that he in fact tried to use lightning to like jolt the body.
So she was
she's just like, hey, this is a cool story. I'm gonna tell it to the world.
And pretend like I made it up.
Yeah, and so he kind of gets this rep in the town, and an angry mob with torches comes to the castle, but they couldn't get in.
They're like,
but
well,
they gave up pretty quick.
Just know that we're
happy, and we don't want you reanimating our dead. Okay,
they're dead for a reason.
So he's freaking out because this mob is trying to get into his castle, drinks one of his concoction, and boom, dies in the castle. And then legend has it that one of his monsters that he created escaped when he died and now lives in the woods near that castle still to this day.
Frankenberries?
Yeah, Frankenberries. And this monster created Frankenberries.
Yes. And then met up with a ghost and they made Boo Berries.
And they made Boo Berries and Count and they made Count Chocula.
Yeah.
So he's doing great in the cereal biz.
Yeah, honestly.
Yeah.
Bad beginnings, great endings.
Yeah. Some people, it's rough. Needless to say, this Conrad dude is totally haunting the castle, still working on his experiments, all that stuff. Ghost Hunters International shot an episode at this castle, and it is kind of just ruins outside now, but like, and they recorded a ton of like unexplainable noises, hearing voices, getting chills, all that stuff. And the biggest piece of evidence they have is a voice speaking in old German saying Arbo is here.
Arbo is here?
Yeah, I don't know.
But
who's Arbo, dude?
That was the monster's name, and he's here to party.
Arbo's here, man. So that's spooky. Nowadays, around Halloween time, they've turned it into a big horror attraction.
Oh my god!
With mazes,
that's
fun stuff. It looks awesome.
Oh
we need to go.
I would die. I would love to go.
It would be incredible.
I've never been to Germany, but I've always wanted to go.
I went to Berlin and it was awesome.
Oh, let's do it.
It was really cool. It was really cool. So that's Frankenstein's castle, which I didn't know was an actual thing.
I didn't know it was an actual person.
Right?
Or not Frankenstein, but
based on isn't that wild?
Mary Shelley. Here I thought you were creative.
She is. The book is great.
I mean, yeah, she did think of that was the premise, and then she wrote around it. You're right.
I mean, that's everything.
Yeah,
I
just was thinking that she came up with the idea of like reanimating people.
Oh yeah,
but that's some genius. Some genius was like, if I can just get
genius
electricity in this body,
then that'll do. Oh yeah, and I took it from Trip Savvy and thelineup.com.
Excellent work.
Frankenstein's Castle. Boom, baby.
That was really cool.
If you've ever been to Frankenstein's Castle, tell us about it.
Tell us about it. If you've been to any other spooky haunted places, if you've been to like Roswell, New Mexico, and oh my god,
let us know.
You met some locals who told you something fucking crazy.
Yes.
Tell us about it.
Tell us everything.
All the stuff.
All of it.
Send it to us. You can send it in an email, or you can email us a voice memo to funnyfeelingpod@gmail.com.
Also, if you're enjoying this, please subscribe, rate, review on the internet. Tell everybody.
Friend.
We appreciate it
So much.
We love you guys.
Well,
so much.
I'm in love with you guys.
Marcy's in love with all of you.
Oh.
She's crying because she loves you so much.
So deep.
She loves you so much.
Betsy.
Marcy.
Are you so excited about our guest?
I am.
I'm
too. So pumped.
This guest is a friend of mine from New York. We've known each other for, I guess, 10 years.
Whoa.
Probably. She's a very funny comedian, writer, producer. She's doing everything. She has written and was head writer for The Rundown with Robin Thede. And now she is the head writer for a Black Lady sketch show, Lauren Ashley Smith.
Yeah!
Did I get it right?
You got it all right.
God,
and it's so many words.
So bad at this, too.
You nailed
That
it.
was-
Marcy
thank you.
usually
Honestly,
messes
I
up.
fuck it up bad.
It was
a lot.
flawless. It
Thank
was great.
you. Lauren, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
I know you're busy, so thanks for making the time.
Thank you. I came straight here from a driving lesson. So
Oh my God, how did it go?
it was good. My teacher said I did a good job, and he said I did good stuff today. I am not a good parker.
It's hard.
I don't understand it.
Yeah.
But I improved a lot. So
Just make that valet money.
yes, exactly. I will never park.
Yes.
Also, parallel parking because everything is parallel in LA, and it's too hard.
It's too hard. But here's the thing. Now I'm an annoying person because like people who've been driving for like literally 20 years. I'm like, well, you're supposed to wait till you can see the end of the car in the mirror, and they're like, okay, shut the fuck up. I learned how to drive 15 years ago. Please be quiet.
I'm a bad parker, and I'm going to stay that way. We always start by asking our guests, what, if anything, do you believe about the paranormal?
Great question. I would say I'm like flexible in my beliefs.
Oh.
Like,
Okay.
I definitely have not had a ton of like, let's say FaceTime with the paranormal, but that doesn't mean that it's not real.
Right.
I would say that like I watch like a ton of like Charmed and stuff. So
Yes.
I feel the door is open. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But I
yeah.
also was raised in a Christian family. So like I will go to hell for saying what I just said.
Oh,
So
right.
It's like, it's like a thin line.
You know,
Yeah.
and forgive me if I'm overstepping, but I feel like you and your sisters are like, there's something kind of like witchy about you guys. Not like witchy, but like there is like a connection and a closeness. And like, I feel like you guys are not a coven in like any kind of like we do spells, but just like you guys are thick because like you are tight. Like
Definitely, like we are basically the same person in 3 different bodies, and it's like different. It's like if you poured like, let's say you made like a vodka soda or whatever, and then you poured some of the vodka soda into 3 different cups. There might be a little bit more vodka in this one, a little more soda in this one, a little bit. So it's like the same person in varying sort of shades.
Yeah.
But like we definitely, have our own language for sure, like words that only we know what they mean. Or like
Really?
I can send my sisters like a string of 20 letters, like that are just like the first words of every word, first letter of every word in a sentence. I'm like, oh yeah, that means like, what are you doing tomorrow at 9 p.m? Because I'm going to do an improv show at the Magnet Theater on 29th Street.
my
Like they just
God.
know. And like last night I was with my parents and my sister because they're visiting, and my mom was like, well, what do you want to do? I was like, I was thinking we should go to, and my sister goes, Zinc, and I was like, yeah. And I was like, how did you know that's what she was gonna say? And I was like, she just knows that's what.
Holy
At
shit.
this time of the day and the week, that's probably where I want to go.
yeah, you guys are like triplets who just happen to be a couple years apart.
Exactly. It's
Yeah.
like one came out at the right time, and then the other 2 just kind of like took their time coming out.
Whoa.
It's so
Did
funny.
you ever fight?
Yeah, for sure. But
Yeah.
like we also grew up like we all 3 shared a room for a really long time when we were
Shit,
kids.
yep.
So, and my dad was in grad school for 9 years when I was a kid. So like they took us everywhere with like my parents. Like I remember being babysat maybe twice. And that
Yeah.
was probably when my mom was having my sisters and both parents were gone. But otherwise we were with each other and one parent at least all the time.
Yeah.
So we definitely like fought and like got on each other's nerves, but ultimately it's sort of like we have Stockholm syndrome where it's just like we're just like in this.
Yeah.
It's really funny because I know Mariah a little, but I don't know Rachel.
Rachel.
Rachel, sorry.
My mom's name is Rochelle, so not
okay,
too
so-
far off.
But I just was like, I have this like sneaking suspicion about them as like being like almost like psychically connected.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Like, well, what we have a game that we play where like my sister will send a video and she'll be like, what's my favorite part in the video? And I'll be like, oh, this, like, it's like at 32 seconds. She's like,
I love that game.
Yeah, it's very
So
fun
funny.
game.
Oh, that's awesome.
So do you believe in
I believe in ghosts.
Yeah.
I believe I think that I definitely believe in like people, like I think there are a lot of like fraudulent people, but I definitely think that there are some people that are absolutely mediums and
Yeah.
like can like speak to the dead. Like there's a show, I don't think it's on anymore. I'm sure you've heard of it or watched it, called Seatbelt Psychic.
no?
Okay.
Oh my God.
Okay. Listen, you have to look it up. It's this man who I believe it was shot in LA. He drives around, picks people up like a Lyft driver or an Uber driver or whatever, and he gives them a reading while he gives them a ride. And I'm a skeptic, and my mom is even more of a skeptic, and she told me to watch the show. I watched the show. I was blown away. He asked, okay, so 2 examples. A woman got in the car, and he was like talking to her, and she was talking about how she runs the salon, and she was like, I'm a little stressed because like I think I'm behind on my rent. I think they're gonna close my salon. I have to like hurry up and get there before they like lock the door or whatever. And he was like, your dad is here. Your dad wants to talk to you. And she was like, okay. And he was like talking to her, and like, you know how like sometimes psychics can kind of like read context clues or whatever. And he said, I don't mean to bring up anything, you know, that might be triggering for you, but your dad was a cross-dresser, right? And she was like, how did you know that? Like, I was like, there's no way.
Yeah, you could just
that you could have, there's no way.
Like, you can't just pull that out about someone's dad.
There's no way.
And such a big leap.
It's such a big leap. And then so another woman in another episode got in the back of the car. He picked her up, and she got in, and he was like, he pulled over. He was like, I'm so sorry, sweetie. You have to get out. You have like 200 dead people with you. What? And it's making me like feel dizzy. And she goes, is it because I'm a mortician? And he goes, probably. Please get out.
Shit.
And I was like, how? Like,
I got chills.
I highly recommend it. So like, people like him, I'm like, that dude definitely, I can absolutely tell that he like has some connection. I totally believe when like people are like, my son is talking about like when I was here before or whatever. Like I believe in that stuff too.
Whoa, wow. We gotta watch that. Seatbelt Psychic.
I bet we could find him too.
Yeah.
He's out here somewhere.
Oh yeah.
You probably will take him on the ride home.
yeah. He's gonna pick you up.
He's gonna pick me up.
And what about like aliens?
You know, I think that aliens are a strong possibility as well. It's just absolutely like narcissistic to think that we're the only people out here.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
The universe is so vast. Like, of course, there's someone else.
Gotta be
Has to be
something else.
There has to be.
Something else has to be out there.
Do you because you mentioned being Christian and going to hell. Do you still like believe in hell and stuff?
Yeah, for sure. And like, I'm always like, how can I turn this around? Like, how can I?
yeah.
Like, you mean like the potential of you going there?
yeah.
Oh shit! And then like my wife, it like is completely like agnostic, I'll say, and also she's Jewish. She doesn't believe in hell, and I'm like, well, I'm trying to go to heaven. She's like, I won't be there, and I'm like, oh, that sucks.
Oh shoot! Okay.
So you know,
At night,
and is it heaven?
don't know. You know, it is what it is.
you're probably just like, yeah, you are. You just don't know it.
Exactly. I'm like, you're my +1. Don't worry.
Yes, we all get a +1. I knew it.
That's really
or
funny.
I'll be somebody's.
Yeah, so she doesn't believe in anything.
She believes like kind of in a higher power and stuff, but she has a lot of problems with like organized religion and just like I grew up like I went to church when I was a kid, like legit Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Like Sunday twice, like there'd be a morning service and like an evening service. Monday would be like Bible study. Tuesday would be youth group. Wednesday would be some other prayer meeting. Thursday would be choir rehearsal. Saturday would be like some like other youth outing or whatever. And then Sunday you're back
Your
in church
parents
again.
were trying to raise you right.
Well, my grandfather was a pastor.
Okay.
3 of my dad's siblings, of the 5 of them, are ministers and now pastors.
God.
My aunt's husband is also a minister, and my dad is the minister of music at my church, so he played all the music and stuff. So like, I just like, even, I always tell people like, even if I never go to church ever again, which I will, because now I go like maybe once every month or every couple of months if I can, I still will be in the black for church visits for my lifetime because I just have been to so many church services.
Yeah, you've been racking them up left and right.
And like in the black church, in the Black Baptist church, there's this thing on New Year's Eve called Watch Night service where instead of like going to New Year's party, you go to church. So you go to church at like 7 p.m. and then you just spend the whole night until midnight. Like till let's say 5 a.m. at church, and then there's like a bunch of different preachers and stuff, and you eat breakfast. So like even based on like New Year's Eves alone, like that's like 12 hours of church.
Oh my gosh.
It's just like I've racked up a lot of points.
When you went to college, did you like slingshot the other way with like behavior and or were you always?
Only a little bit. I still did go to church. Honestly, I tried to find a church in the small town my school was in. I was a pretty good, like anything I did in college, I kind of had already done in high school. Like I wasn't like such a goody two shoes. Like I had already like smoked a cigarette, had drank alcohol. Like, whatever. And then I was kind of focused on being a good student. Also, I went to college when I was 16, so I like did not have like
What?
like I was still very much like kind of like I don't want to get in trouble. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
You went to college when you were
absolutely.
16?
yeah.
What was that like?
It was fine. It
Yeah.
was chill because I skipped 7th and 8th grade. So I'd already got like by the time it's not like I graduated early.
Yeah.
And got kind of shot out of a cannon. Like I still went to 4 years of high school.
Yeah.
And was peers with my classmates and stuff. So it wasn't too bad. The only thing was
Yeah.
that like I graduated college before I could like legally drink. So like I couldn't go to the bars or anything.
But you probably helped
Yeah.
going to classes.
Exactly. So like
Yeah.
that's why I didn't dramatically swing the other direction. So like literally couldn't like the night would just end for me earlier. Because,
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
my friends were like,
everybody's
okay,
going
now
to
we're
the
going to the
bar.
bars. I was like, I'm going to watch Charmed. Like I don't know what I'm gonna do.
Yeah, I was 17 in college, but like turned 18 like during finals time. So it wasn't
That's
like
still young.
it was
Yeah.
it was a little young, but like I was just young.
I feel like even 18 is so
It's
young.
so young.
When you like
So
look back
young.
now, even like just like 22-year-old me, I'm like, ugh, I'm
Yikes.
just gallivanting around New York City.
Yeah, I'm like that wasn't safe.
Drinking in like staying drunk in a bar till like 5 a.m. and smoking cigarettes at
and
McManus
then
and like
getting home
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
in New York.
Oh my god. I fell asleep on the train so many times.
me too.
I'm like,
so
how am I alive?
That's so scary.
I can remember like waking up like this is like after I like quit my full-time job and was like I'm gonna figure it out and become an actor. 10 years later I'm a writer, but literally 10 years later, but I remember like waking up on the train and like seeing men in business suits around me and I was like, why is there a beach outside? Like I was like in Brighton Beach.
Oh my God.
I had like run to the end and come back.
Oh man.
my
Yep. I've
God.
done that. I did that. I woke up in the Bronx and I was like, well, time to head downtown.
Oh my god.
Have you had any paranormal experiences?
Not a ton, but I do remember there was the first time I visited New York City, I was staying with my uncle in Astoria in his apartment, and I like was in the living room and like he was not like he and my mom had sort of already like walked out of the apartment. We're in the kitchen and I turned around and to my right I saw like a child and I was like it was a little girl and I was like that's weird.
What?
And then I turned around like I was like wait a second. I looked back, she was gone. But I was like I definitely saw the girl. I 100% saw her. And then I
Shit.
think I had like looked up something about that building and it sort of tracked with like some story that I had seen about like a family that had lived there many years before, but like I 100% saw a ghost.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, did you tell your
I did, and my mom was like, "That's so crazy, that's so weird." But like, it was so quick, and it was just so like it was like the afternoon. Like I always imagined if I saw a ghost, it would be like in like an old, like
Nighttime.
creepy, like in my wife's dad lives in Connecticut, and like it gets like dark there, where it's like
Yeah.
you cannot see a foot in front of you without
Yeah.
a flashlight. Even like if you shine a flashlight, the light gets swallowed like 5 feet in front of
God,
you. And
Connecticut.
I'm like, okay, that's where I'll see a ghost for sure. But I
Yeah.
was like, it was like 12 p.m. on a Saturday, and I legit saw this like child, and it was so real looking that I was like, is there a kid in here? Like that, I was
What?
very confused.
wow?
It was really weird.
Did your uncle say? Was he like, oh yeah, that's my baby ghost?
Yeah, he
That's my
hadn't
baby
seen her
ghost.
before. He hadn't seen her before.
I bet because you. How old were you?
I was, I think I was 13.
But also, like, you're a petite woman, and like, I bet you were small
Yeah.
too. And then she was like, "Oh, another kid."
Oh,
Yeah,
another
it's very
kid.
possible. Yeah.
I think that happens a lot. Like when there is a bit of safety for whatever spirit is around, they're like they can like kind of like present themselves a little easier.
Yeah, and with kids too, where
Yeah.
kids are like, "Hey, whatever."
Yeah,
I'll
it's
believe
just
in
like
whatever.
a
and
more
then,
willing audience.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
You saw ghosts.
I was also saying recently, like, that like who's least likely to be believed is like a teenager. So they're like,
Oh,
no one's
yeah.
gonna believe you. I'll show you all
Exactly.
day long.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'll
I'll sit there. We can sit down and chat.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. They'll think you're a liar.
Yeah.
I think you just want attention.
Oh, yeah.
Stupid
Because your
teen.
parents got a divorce.
Right.
Is that why you're seeing a ghost?
Exactly.
Whoa.
That's really cool.
Yeah, I wish that I actually don't wish that I had more of a conversation with her because it probably would have really freaked me out.
Yeah.
But like it was just something where also like I imagine if I had ever seen a ghost, like they would like look a certain way or whatever, but like it just looked like a person. Like it wasn't like, you know, a see-through filmy type thing. It was just like legit a person.
Oh, do you remember what she looks like at all?
Hardly. I think she had on like a long skirt and she had
creepy.
like sort of long wavy hair and she looked like she was like maybe like Puerto Rican or like mixed or something.
Wow.
It was really weird.
That's really wild.
Oh my God.
Oh boy. Let's take a quick break.
Ooh.
And we are back.
Yeah.
All right. You said you had another story.
I do. Okay, so I don't, like I said, like I grew up very Christian. Like when I was a kid, like for a birthday, one of my friends brought me a Ouija board and my mom was like, you take this back. Like she
Good.
made them take it back.
Absolutely.
And I couldn't open it or anything. And I was like embarrassed because I was like, my mom's being like so extra.
No,
but like
she did
in
the right
hindsight, I'm
thing.
like, I would do that.
She did the right
I was like,
Absolutely.
don't bring that in my house.
Miss Rochelle, you did the right thing.
So then they got me like an origami book instead. But so that was like that's the sort of background that I came from. So like I never really, you know, I wasn't even really into like even astrology just because like nobody in my family was. It wasn't like I was like afraid of it or judged it. It's just that it wasn't part of the conversation.
Right.
Yeah.
Like it just never came up. It's
Yeah.
like how I didn't probably have sushi until I went to college. It was like I lived in Missouri. It never came up.
Right.
Do you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, you know, I really wasn't really thinking about that kind of stuff. But one year for my sister Mariah's birthday, she is more into astrology and stuff. And so she wanted to go to a psychic for her birthday.
Yes.
So we went to like legit a random psychic down the street from our office because we were working together at the time in the West Village. And the lady was like really nice. Like it, you know, and it's like kind of hit or miss in New York because like you have a lot of people like sort of barking and like trying to get you to come in and stuff because it's just like a good way to make money.
Tourist city, yeah.
Yeah. And so we kind of went to one. I Googled one that like seemed like fine, off the beaten path, and we're like, it'll be fun. Like we were like, we were like, let's just go see. Like she's obviously not going to be like psychic or whatever. And we went. My sister and I went in. And she was like, you know, welcome. And she was like, who wants to go first? And my sister Mariah was like, you. I was like, okay, cool. So I was sitting across from the lady. My sister was sitting next to me, and she was like, the lady was like reading sort of my energy or whatever.
And you and your sister look so much alike.
We
so
do.
There's no mistaking.
No,
Yeah.
and we sound alike. And she was like, okay. She was like getting into it. She's like, I'm so sorry. She was like, can you step out? She asked my sister to step out. And I was like, I got scared because I was like, is she gonna kill me? And my sister was like, yeah, sure. And so my sister went outside and she was like, I'm sorry. It's just like you have such like a dark energy over you. And like, I think that you're like going through something. And I just didn't want like to say that in front of like your sister or whatever. And I mean, obviously we look like, but like she was just like, it seemed like you didn't want me to say anything in front of your sister.
Oh, wow.
And so I just like, she was like, it seems like there's like a darkness in you. And I was like, what the heck?
Oh my God.
Oh my
I was
God.
like, am I dark? But to be fair, at the time, I was extremely stressed out. I cannot remember the specifics right now, but I was like very busy, very tired. I think I was like struggling a lot with like the way that my extended family was handling the fact that I was in a gay relationship and I was like about to get engaged and like really making a lot of adult decisions. And I think I felt like really overwhelmed.
Yeah.
But it was like very secondary. Like it wasn't something that I was like thinking about or carrying around in the forefront of my mind.
Yeah.
But when she said it, I was like, oh my God, like she was so right. And it wasn't even like she didn't like give me like a full reading or whatever, but she was like, you know, this will happen and like, you know, this emotionally will take this turn or whatever. But it was so dramatic where she was like, she needs it. She was like, your energy. And it was also like, my energy was too much for her to have two people in the small space that we were in. And I was like, cool. I have a dark energy. And then I took like a an aura test like online, this like long one. And my sister and I both took it and it said we had black auras. So I was like, cool, it actually tracks. It was like the same week.
Wow.
Whoa.
At first when you started telling the story, I thought she was going to be like, can your sister step out? Are you gay? but it was a little bit after you had disclosed that information.
But yeah, it was I was like, oh my gosh, how was she picking up on that? And I was like, and then afterwards I was like, okay, well, how do I look like? But I was like, I like had on makeup, had on earrings. Like we came and we were like, it's her birthday. Like I don't know what it was that I did that gave her that vibe.
Wow.
Or if it was just her, abilities.
When she said that, like, was there a relief for me? Like, or was it just
in
kind
a
of
weird
like,
way?
Whoa.
It was just like, I was like,
I have been thinking.
I was like, yeah. And it just like truly was. And it was also something because I'm pretty communicative usually. And like, there was something about where I was personally at the time that I wasn't even really having that conversation with anyone.
Right.
Yeah.
Because it just like, I honestly don't know. Because usually if I'm like, I'm like really sad or tired or feel stressed or whatever, like I'm not shy about like, being like, just like venting.
Yeah,
even.
you have people that you trust and feel close to.
But for whatever reason, there was something that was going on personally that I hadn't spoken to my sisters about it, I hadn't spoken to my wife, my girlfriend at the time about it. Like I just was just like, oh, it'll pass, I guess.
Yeah.
But she totally like latched on to it.
I think that is the thing with depression is it feels like a dirty little secret. Because you're like, I don't want to tell people because one, they'll
I don't want to bring them down.
I don't want to bring them down, or I don't want them to tell me it'll get better, or like, because sometimes that's like not the right way to.
It's like, okay, and like...
yeah, but it's not good now.
Right.
Yeah. That's so fascinating.
Wow.
Well, now you're in LA, and there's nothing but spiritual blah, blah, blah all over the place.
Nothing but.
Have you been to any places yet?
I haven't. I've gotten unsolicited so many recommendations from people. Like people just assume they're like, have you been in In-N-Out? Have you been to a psychic? Like they're just like,
like you
gotta go to Running, gotta go to In-N-Out, gotta go to the Grove, gotta go to a psychic. Like it's just like kind of part of the spiel that people give. I haven't been, but I did get a gift of a necklace, a crystal from my sister in New York. She got it from like she went to London or somewhere and she brought it back for me, and it was like about like clarity of mind and like calm and stuff. And the first day I wore it, I like actually had a very good day. It was like one of the least stressful days I'd had in like 2 months, and I just wore it because like it went with my outfit. But I was like, this crystal's like kind of legit. Yeah, I was like, am I a crystal person now?
That's very LA.
It's the easiest way to dip your toe in. Like,
yes,
I'll wear a crystal. I'll put one in my pocket.
Yeah, and also like rose quartz is like very pretty. Like it's also like an easy sell because the crystals are cute.
Yeah.
But it's also like I just won't spend money on a rock.
You're not going to be like Spencer Pratt.
No, with his like $1 million like huge crystals.
Do you know about this?
No.
From Spencer and Heidi.
I remember them.
From the Hills. Spencer has spent hundreds of thousands of dollars on crystals.
Like legit. Like he has a whole shelf in his living room and like just he's like, this is my crystal collection, and it's enough to buy a house, honestly. He's
hundreds of thousands of dollars. Like he has like this amethyst quartz crystal that is like, I want to say it's like $70,000 by itself.
Yes.
Because it's just like a huge piece of amethyst. Also, he's insane.
He's crazy.
Oh
he's crazy.
I thought they were bankrupt.
Well,
I think
because
they
of
turned the ship
crystals.
around somehow. I can't remember exactly how. They did like a lot of like Celebrity Big Brother in the UK and like I'm a celebrity, get me out of here stuff. And I think they invested well, and I think they also come for money.
Yeah.
So they were able to right the ship.
Yeah, they were like, we're having to live in our parents' beach house.
Yeah.
You're like,
oh, it's so embarrassing.
So
Yeah.
that you live on the beach in
they're
a
like,
5-bedroom
we had to like
home.
relocate to Malibu. It's very sad.
Whoa, what a life.
I had to sell some of our crystals. I'm sure
pray for us.
They don't have a great resale value.
What
No,
would
they
you
don't.
guys blow money on?
If like
If you had
stupid money,
stupid amounts of money, what would you blow? Like, what would be your crystals?
That's a great question.
That's a great question.
Huh.
Oh man.
Well, vacations.
No, let's say
obviously.
not vague. Like it has to
It's
be.
got to be something frivolous. Then.
Yeah, something where it's just like what?
Huh.
I know what mine is.
Go for it.
Yes.
Because I've already started doing it to a small degree. I have a habit of buying outfits, I say outfits because it's usually like a top and a pant or a shirt and a skirt as a bit. As a one-time punchline to show up in an outfit that's all let's say bars and tones. I'll get I'll just I love a joke outfit that I wear one time. It's really a waste of money.
Yeah.
And if I had just millions of dollars, I know that would get highly out of control.
Yes.
I love a
Because
stunt
how fun
outfit.
would that be?
Yeah. It's
That's
so fun.
such a good idea. I might copy it.
There's this outfit that I saw because I used to walk from my office in Midtown to my home in on the Upper West Side, and I would pass the Capizio dance store every day, and there was this dance outfit in the window that I just thought was so funny and so cute. I do not dance, but I bought it because it was a sheer top that had this flowery pattern on it and these skin tight spandex pants that matched exactly, and I saw Jenna Dewan Tatum wearing it on Instagram, and I was like, I must have this
need
outfit
this.
just so
That's
that I
it.
can one day show up to brunch with my sisters in this crazy outfit.
Yes.
They'll laugh for 2 seconds and I will have spent $150 for a
On
punch
that
line.
bit. That's a good bit.
Worth it.
Oh,
man, I'm
man.
racking my brain because I think there's too many things that I would do that are dumb.
Yeah.
Once I almost bought a $300 raft.
What?
An inflatable that's a giant that holds 10 people.
For going down
Why?
a river?
Because it was funny.
Because it's funny?
Yeah, and sometimes I've thought about being oh, should I take a helicopter somewhere instead of driving?
Cool. Mm-hmm.
I think I might take a lot of helicopters.
Cool.
That was my thought too. My dad was I don't know why my dad and I were in traffic the other day. He was well, that's the good thing about he was if you get rich enough, you can just avoid traffic. And I was no, you can't, because let's say I have a helipad at my house and I want to go to Target. Target don't got a helipad.
No.
Where am I going to land?
You get lowered down.
Yeah.
Also, your dad has so much faith in you. You're gonna make helicopter money.
I'm not getting a helicopter. What
What
about
if Target
you?
does have a landing
They
pad
might.
It's
that
big
we don't
enough.
know about?
They should.
I think I would spend mine on dumb toys.
Yes.
I could see my just buying stupid toys.
Yeah.
Simpson stuff,
Yeah.
horror
Yeah.
movie stuff, just wasting money on that shit.
I could also easily spend probably tens of thousands of dollars on stuff for my cat. He has
Totally.
Oh God!
I would put a whole system of railroad across the those
that he can ride on.
those they have shelves for cats that go around the walls,
Yes.
but they
Whoa.
can I would
They
do the whole
connect
house.
and yeah.
You know what I would do, and I plan on wasting money on this? Arcade games.
Yes.
I would love to have a garage
Agreed.
full of pinball and fun arcade
Yes.
games.
If I had skee ball in my home, you wouldn't be able to tell me anything. I'd be I'm better than you.
Yes.
I do have skee ball in my garage,
Yes.
and I expect you to treat me as such.
and it
Yeah.
gives out tickets,
Yep.
and I have a
And I
counter
have
where
prizes.
you can exchange them. Oh,
Now,
Would
love.
a crazy thing that you couldn't actually do, but in my fantasy, is just to have someone who at night comes over to wash my face.
Oh my God.
I'm gonna lay in bed and you're gonna just basically do a
Yeah.
facial, because that's all they do is in a facial is
Yeah.
they wash your face.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
My parents, when I was a little kid, again, they're the nicest people in the world and just have done so much for me. But I do remember when I was a kid, I was just so tired and so lazy that my parents would wash my face and brush my teeth while I was in bed.
that's awesome.
Wow, guys, it works.
It works.
It
We
works.
did it.
Good job.
Marcy, good job. And don't break that one.
Yeah. Listeners, we had the craziest technical difficulties just now.
It was crazy.
I broke multiple SD cards.
In rapid succession.
Yes.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
didn't know you could do that.
Well,
But
I
you did it.
I can do all things.
Yeah, I can shatter SD cards all day. Well, we're back. Where were we?
I don't know.
I have no idea.
Your
Boy.
parents brushing your
Oh,
teeth
yes.
and sending you to school from bed. That is so cute.
Do you have other stories that you...
I don't think I do. I don't think so.
Okay. Then what we're going to do is we're going to listen to some stories if you have
Awesome.
time. All right.
Yeah.
Let me pull one up.
I lived in an apartment in a kind of historical section of town. Fairly soon after moving in, I had a lot of weird issues with water. A water main broke right outside of the apartment, and I was in the basement, and the water just rushed right in, down the stairs into my apartment. After that, I would come home and find the faucets would all be turned on. Or in the middle of the night, one of the faucets would turn on. One night, I heard in the spare bedroom water dripping and then water running, and went in there to find a pipe had burst in the ceiling, and there was water just rushing down into the spare bedroom. So after that, it just got... I'd had enough. So I decided to move out and moved into a brand new apartment building. Nobody had ever lived in this apartment before. I kind of brushed off the water issues that I was having and didn't think much about it. Probably a week after moving in, I came home and the faucet was on in the bathroom sink. And then a few days later, the kitchen sink faucet turned on. Then it started to mess with the lights. I would come home and all of the lights would be on in the apartment. Or my TV would turn on in the middle of the night. I'd wake up and find all of the lights outside of my bedroom were on. Bathroom, living room, kitchen, everything was turned on. So it was getting expensive, actually, my electrical bill, my water bill. So one night, when I had come home and I found all of these lights on and the faucets on, and I turned everything off, and I just decided to talk to whatever was doing this. And I said, I appreciate that you like hanging out with me. You moved here to this brand new apartment from where you were before, and it was kind of drastic, all of the water issues that you caused there. And now the water issues that you're causing here and the lights being on is affecting my money. So you either need to start chipping in for your half of the electric bill and the water bill, or you need to leave. So I am going to leave, go out for a little drive, and when I come back, there's going to be money on the table, or you're going to be gone. So got in my car and just started driving around town aimlessly. It was probably 2 o'clock in the morning or so. And I felt like there was somebody behind me, not driving behind me, but behind me in the back seat. And so I would look in my rearview mirror and not really see anything except for a shadow. I could see a shadow back there. And I just started talking again. Like, okay, so obviously you've chosen to leave, but you can't stay in my car either. You have got to find someplace else to be. Like I said, you're either going to start paying for the water and electricity you're wasting, or you're going to leave my life. And I just got this overwhelming sense that this was just a lonely thing. Like, it wanted somebody to hang out with, and I was no longer going to be that person. So I went into a gas station, and it just felt like it followed me in And I started pointing out other people in the gas station saying, hey, she seems like she could use a friend. Maybe you go home with her now. And then I would go and get back in my car, look in the rearview mirror, and there I don't know if it was a he or she, but I'm just going to call it he. There he would still be, sitting in the back seat. So, stopped at a different gas station, and I was pointing out people again, because I could just feel like he came in with me. And there was just this one girl, and I pointed at her, and I said, hey, what about her? Maybe you go with her. And I went and got back in my car, and he was not with me. And I went home, and my lights were off, and the faucets weren't running, and it never happened again. He just was finally gone. I always wondered if maybe I actually sent him with that girl. I hope not. I hope it just was a weird thing and it never went with her, or that she had to deal with it then, but it was done with me. I was done with it, and hasn't happened ever since. Bye.
Holy shit. Wow. That girl calling in and being like, so this strange shit's been happening to me.
Thank you, Carla, for sending that in.
Whoa.
Don't pretend like you hope it didn't go with her.
It definitely did.
You literally you ran around
You
town
were pointing people out.
You match made.
Yes. You were...
That's incredible.
so many points of that story, I got chills because...
I've honestly never heard a more compelling or jaw-dropping ghost story in my life.
Yeah.
It was incredible.
I also really admire your ability to like draw boundaries with this ghost.
Yes.
Like to be like, listen, here are my rules. This is the ultimatum that I'm giving you. It was very clear. And I love how you reasoned with him, it being like, listen, either there's money on the table when I get back and you can stay and I'll put up with this stuff, or you have got to leave.
I love the idea that maybe the ghost was like in the back seat being like, let's see, where can I get money from if I try to go.
ATM,
Yeah, like he was like doing like, wait, where can I move it around? And maybe, oh God, I can't come up with it. It just isn't in my budget.
I'm trying.
I can move some money around. No, okay. I honestly have such a fear of not encountering a ghost. Like that probably would be fine.
Yeah.
But of a ghost attaching itself to me and not leaving me alone if I leave a location. That really frightens me.
That is so scary to me.
Yeah,
and
like,
when they're like, it's not the place that's haunted. It's
the
you.
person.
It's like, no.
Also,
it's so scary.
It really is funny to me that Carla like found someone else and then was like, I don't know, or like, you know exactly what you did, Carla.
It was fucking smart.
It was smart, and you did your time.
You did It Follows.
Yep.
It followed it.
It followed it.
Oh my God.
It reminds me of once in college, this guy started texting me and he was like, oh, your friend Rebecca, you've met Rebecca, gave me your number. And then I was like, Rebecca, did you give this guy my number? And she was like, yeah, he's been texting me a lot. So I told him to text you instead.
Rebecca. Wow, it followed you.
It worked
for sure.
My wife did that too. She was dating this woman or they were like hooking up or whatever. And she was like, I actually don't think it's going to work out. She was like, you should just like hook up with my friend, and they got married.
Oh my God. That's really wonderful.
I feel like that's like a sort of stereotypical thing you'll hear in like lesbian community.
Absolutely.
Of like just being like, we all kind of still around each other.
Yeah,
but
we all had sex 100%.
But you pass someone off and then... Oh, wow. That was a good ghost story.
That was a good story. Also, I wonder I'm really interested in what that ghost... number one was hoping to accomplish with like the lights in the water, or what it thought it was doing. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, do you think that it was like, I'm turning on the water, or was it just like existing and that was how it manifested itself?
Holy shit, yeah.
Think of it like this. Like when you're a little kid, what are the first things you start doing for yourself at home?
Oh.
You can like opening
doors.
A
door, yeah.
And you can turn on a light and you can turn on a faucet. And that's about it. You know, like
all the cupboards.
Maybe you could turn on the TV, but you can't do a lot you can't do much else for yourself because you're little and
Right.
you don't have like the strength to do it. Like you couldn't like change a light bulb as a child or like, but like
Turn on the stove or whatever.
Yeah, like but a ghost could be like, well, I can turn on a faucet.
Yeah. Like, was it attention seeking? Was it like just trying to like, was the ghost like, oh, let me, like, was the ghost trying to get somewhere via the water? Like, I just have so many questions.
Yeah, and like when, like, did the ghost come from that water main breaking or whatever? Like, was
Right.
that a big release? And they're like, this person's pretty chill.
Yeah.
I'm gonna cling on to them.
Oh, Carla, God, we wish we knew him. We
Yeah.
wish we knew your ghost.
I want to see that as like a movie.
Yeah,
like a
that's like-
short or something. Like it's
Yeah.
such a great story.
Great story.
Oh man,
And then we got a sequel with the lady from the gas station.
yes,
Exactly. And that lady was like, just like trying to buy like a Hostess cupcake.
That's
and now she's got a
all.
ghost.
She was already probably like, I can't believe I'm at this gas station at like 2:30 in the morning. Just want my cupcake.
Yeah.
I want to get out of here. And now you got a ghost.
Yeah,
She's like came in to like get sponges or something for
Yeah,
her
that one
sink.
thing.
Yeah.
she came to get an SD card because she broke 2 of hers.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Left with a companion.
Yes, with a ghost for the rest of her
Whoa,
life.
that's such a great story.
Man, Lauren, this has been so much fun.
So
Yeah,
fun. Thank you
thank
for
you so
having
much.
me.
Thank you for being on, and tell everyone where they can find your. Let's see, a Black Lady Sketch Show. Do you know when it premieres yet?
I do, but I can't say.
Okay.
Okay.
It's going to be on HBO, and look out for it.
Yes.
Yes,
Steal
I'm
your
so
friend's
excited for it.
passwords.
Yes.
It'll right after Big Little Lies at some point.
Yeah, it'll
It
be-
actually airs during Big Little Lies.
It's
It's
a
like
show
a
within the
back
show.
door. Yeah.
yeah, it'll always be on the TV in the
Big
show.
Little Lies.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Thank
my
you so
God.
much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Oh, yeah. Thank you so much for listening to A Funny Feeling.
If you have a paranormal experience that you would like to share, please send us a voice memo, or you can email us just a letter at funnyfeelingpod@gmail.com. I'm Marcy.
I'm Betsy, and don't shit your pants.
That was a HeadGum podcast.